Hello, my people, my people. This is the Black Commentary Podcast. Today, we got a wonderful guest today. We got a chance to talk briefly on the other side here. He has done various things in the marketing industry, worked with some real good people in the music industry as well to help with their branding and marketing. We're going to be talking about that and much, much more on today's episode. We got Al Wright in the virtual building. So don't go anywhere. We're going to run the intro. We'll be right back.
Bringing you the theory of what's happening with the black family, black wealth, and the fear of a black man. It's the Black American experience that we truly look at, plagued by a traumatic history and countless chances of accountability from all parties involved. Join us, and let's get in tune with the Transform You Black Commentary Show with your host, Marcus Art. Now here's your host.
So we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and as promised, we got our guest here, Al Wright, CEO of Wright Communications, marketing and media company that specializes in social media and brand management. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing, my friend? It's good to be here.
Yes. It's good to have you. And as I said, we already getting hearts already. I'm looking at the screen here. We got some hearts on the screen.
Oh, cool. That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Yeah, man. You are the celebrity here today. Yeah. so, brother, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself? I gave us a real one-liner,
right?
And I know there's much more to you than what I have told, and I'm just speechless, man. This is one of my favorite areas to talk about.
Yes. Well, I am the CEO of Wright Communications Worldwide Inc. We are a marketing PR firm that specializes in branding, marketing campaigns. We basically cover 4 core areas, right? So the 4 core areas that we cover are content marketing. We also cover social media analytics. We cover celebrity influencer PR marketing, okay? And the other core area that we cover is ad creation. And, that's basically the 4 areas that we cover. Now, we can go into detail about those 4 areas. But right now, what I really wanted to say is, before I start off and go into it, I just wanted to say happy Black Business Month to all the Black businesses. This is August, and August is Black Business Month. So I just want to shout out to all the entrepreneurs and all the small and mid-sized companies that are doing their thing. Just know that my company works with, it's very diverse. I'm an African-American man, and I'm very committed to working with my people, to making sure that they grow and they brand, and that we have a stronger bond by doing that.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that, and for putting that out there. I think that's so important to continue to uplift. Meaning minority organizations that just trying to get their foot up the ground. We know that in this this culture that we live in, this economy that we live in, it's hard, and and most times in the area of marketing, we doing a lot of things that is guesstimation. So with that in mind, what are a lot of things that, this is the question that that I want to get out the gate and then address right away. What are a lot of things that you see right off the back that people are doing just wrong?
Well, one of the things that I would like to interject is that social media has become so much a part of our daily lives. And with small businesses, entrepreneurs, one of the things that they don't utilize, right, correctly is social media. For example, we have a lot of businesses that, they want to be on social media, but they don't really know how to engage social media. So we work with a lot of companies, a lot of entrepreneurs, and we build their brand. It's very important that you build your brand. Now, what does that mean when you say build your brand? Okay. You know, going from your logo up is very important. So as a company, that's what we do. We look at your overall profile, build your brand from the ground up. You know, it could be something as simple as your logo. What is your logo saying? Is it telling customers what it is that you do? It's very important how you represent yourselves on social media. It's very important to use the correct media channels. A lot of people might think that, hey, my company may not be conducive to TikTok, you know, because a lot of people have this impression that TikTok is just for dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I might say, hey, once we look at your company, I can say, hey, your brand can go on TikTok. TikTok is one of the largest social media channels right now. And
Yeah.
it's very important that you align yourself with, you know, a large social media channel such as that.
And what I'm finding impressive about TikTok, and I just want to add on that, is that
Hmm.
there's a lot of searching going on TikTok too for how to, and
Right.
so I found that very incredible, and I'm glad that that you added that. Um,
Yes.
and going back to the logo thing, the the question that comes to mind, and a lot of concerns that most entrepreneurs and small businesses have is like
Hmm.
once once a logo is put out there and it started appearing, and a lot of people get concerned, like, and get scared about, like, oh man, I created this logo, now I got to change it.
Right. Right.
So does
Right.
that
So
become
it,
problematic at some point? Because, like, I started off with this logo, now I'm here.
right. Right. So it's very important that you start off on the right foot. You have so we look at the company and we look at what the message is, what you're trying to say, what you want to convey to your audience, and we build your brand from there. Like I was saying, one of the things that we do, we put together a lot of social media analytics for companies. So, just to give you an indication, 58.4% of the world's population uses social media. The average daily US usage is 2 hours and 27 minutes. The leading four social media channels: Facebook, 2.9 billion, right? That's a lot of
Mhm.
people.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
lot
lot
of
of people.
folks. On YouTube, you got 2.8 billion monthly users. Okay. Instagram, 1.4 billion monthly users. So it's imperative to have your brand out there. And I think that's a common mistake. We were talking, you and I, just before we went live, and we were
Mhm.
talking about music. And one
Right.
of the things that I also include, or my experience, I have like over 20 years of working with a lot of entertainers, right? And one
Mhm.
of the things that I find in common is that music and business are very much intertwined because you're building a brand, right? We
Right.
work with a lot of artists, like for instance, DJ Self. You might be familiar with him from Love and Hip Hop. We worked with Drewski back a few years ago. Some of my younger artists might know some of the newer rappers that are out here. I mean, I've been in the game for a little while, so I can kind of stretch back from the 90s on up. So Corey Guns, we work with him
Shout
on a
out,
few
yeah. Shout out to Corey
campaigns.
Guns.
Fetty Wap, we work with members of
Yeah.
his team. Some other people that we work with along the way. I mean, so many folks, man. Bad Boy, Rock Nation, work with a lot of people. So, we have a few upcoming projects that I can't really announce them right now. Film and other stuff that we got going on. So, what I wanted to say is that it's just very it's intertwined, business and also I see that there's a link, between the two. So it's not really that much difference between an entrepreneur and a music a music artist. So I mean, I work with both fields, so I really see similarities in both of them.
Now, when you sit down with a music artist to kind of like start creating like a plan for them. Uh, you saying that it's not so much different from working with a small business or or even a corporation for for the lack of the better
Right.
but what does that look like exactly? Because like I see a lot of uh, entertainers. They think that like once they put the work out there that's the end of the road, and then
No.
that's how they get that's how they get buried.
Yeah, right. That's actually the opposite.
Mhm.
Putting the work out there is actually the beginning. So putting the song out, or maybe you finished the video and you're ready to drop the video, that is really the beginning. So what I would do, right, with an artist, I would sit down with an artist and we would plan. We would come up with a marketing plan to drop that single, right? So you have your single. You just can't. I know this is a mistake of a lot of new artists. Is what I notice is that they're ready to jump on YouTube. They say, "Look, I went in the studio. I got this track. It's banging. I'm ready to put it out, and the views are just going to magically appear." Once I upload it and put it on YouTube, then my work's over. No, your work is just actually beginning. You know, because prior to that, what I would do, I would sit down with the artist and we plan. We say, look, okay, so we want to put this song out. So where are we going to put it? Are we going to put it on? We want to put it in different social media, different channels, YouTube. Put the campaign together. So there's a lot of little odds and ends. I don't want to get too detailed,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of planning. Planning is the key. It's like the old saying, if you don't plan, you're going to fail, right? Fail to plan, plan to fail, right? So
Right.
it's a little like that. Planning is key.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I think it continues to go beyond just like uh, the before. There's even an after plan too.
Hmm.
It keeps going, and I think people stop after a while. After the initial beginning of
Yes.
promoting a product or promoting a track or whatever they have.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but I think once you have yourself out there, you got to continue to make it a daily habit.
Oh,
So
absolutely. You have to
yeah,
continue to push, and you have to continue. It's a grind. It's a daily grind. So
right,
that is one of the similarities that I would look at as the same. It's like a job. So with an
right,
entrepreneur who has a business with a small corporation, every day they punch the clock. They go in, they get the work done. So it's similar with an artist. I know a lot of people are caught up in the popping the bottles and being at the club and all this other kind of stuff.
yeah,
That's the fun stuff, the stuff that looks good on camera and all this kind of stuff. And and that's part of it. You want to get the look right, you want to do all that stuff, but the daily grind of it is the daily grind. So there's a
yeah.
lot of work that goes into that.
And speaking of the daily grind and just consistency, and when we talk about consistency and frequency of like how often we market ourselves, like
Hmm.
a lot of people, feel kind of boxed in on that, like does that is that like a one size fit all, type of thing for people, or is it customized depending on the market that they're trying to go after, the type of target audience, or the platform that they promoting on and marketing on, like about how consistent they should be posting, how consistent they should be, like fostering and grooming that audience that's on that platform.
Right. Okay. That's a good question. Very good question. Actually, a lot of clients have asked me something similar to that.
Mhm.
So yes, when you're we're planning the social media campaigns for your business, for your artists, and I'm not just limiting to artists. It could be, you could be a videographer, you could be a dancer, you could be, somebody who's not necessarily a singer or a rapper or somebody like that, right?
Right.
So just to make sure that we kind of cover kind of everyone and being all inclusive, right?
Mhm.
So one of the things that we really want to do is look at the strategy, right?
Okay.
You're looking at your campaign, so you want to have the right strategy, you want to have the right approach. um, you want to look at other markets outside of uh, I think we get as entrepreneurs sometime, and as artists we just look at one market. So you have to also look at, okay, I can serve uh let's say if I'm putting out a hip hop product, you're looking at people maybe in America. Hip hop is an international, genre right now. So we're
Yeah.
not just limiting ourselves to, Atlanta or New York or Cali, so you have to also think broader. You have to think wider. You have to think worldwide. Spotify's everywhere, right?
Hmm.
YouTube's everywhere, right? So we have to broaden our horizons when we're planning, and when we're putting our thought process and our strategy out there as well.
Yeah, that's a real important thing.
Mhm.
We take that so for granted. That
Right.
like like the internet has allowed us to be connected to
Sure.
people around the world. We can travel we can travel at the speed of light now,
Right.
like literally now because of the
Worldwide.
internet. We do not have to be trapped to like just our city anymore.
Hmm.
We can market anywhere we want to now,
Anywhere.
and build a fan base. And when you look at, and I'm glad you said you're an analytics person, because when you go and you look at that report and you see who's listening, where they listening at, and you say, okay, well, geez, just this month, I had people that was really feeling me, out in Germany. Like, why the heck am I like, putting so much emphasis on, like, here in America? Maybe I should, cater more to people in Germany. So
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's a worldwide thing. So I think we get caught up with our surroundings, our cities,
Mhm.
whether we live in the South, or whether we're just looking at our proximity. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of artists, they just get kind of caught up in that, and not,
Yeah.
they don't think broader. And that's where we come in. That's where my company comes in. We sit down with you, we analyze what it is that you want to do, and we make a campaign based on that.
And I just want
One
to
of
shout out Chanel Mayer. She model out there. She says yes. Yeah, she is agreeing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll
Yeah.
give you an example. I started the marketing firm about 15 years ago. Um, Also, in addition to that, we have a indie label that we support, that I also run, right? So we started this label about 5 years ago. It's
Okay.
called Soul Gems Entertainment. We focus on artists and also film. So I've executive produced almost a dozen music videos. I've worked with some of the upcoming artists, particularly in the New York tri-state area, right? So one of the artists the first artist that we signed, first artist right off the bat,
Yeah.
um, we developed him, got him up there. We got his streams going real big and real wide. I mean, he started streaming crazy, maybe 500,000. His name is
Wow.
Skinny from the Nine, right? His name's Skinny from the Nine. So we got him streaming. He caught the attention of one of the biggest moguls in music, L.A. Reid. L.A.
Mhm.
Reid is,
Oh yeah, he's the man.
right. L.A.
Yeah.
Reid's the man, right? L.A.
Yeah.
Reid's the man. TLC, Outkast, Tony Braxton, right,
Yeah.
right. I could go on and on and on. So he caught the attention of L.A. Reid, and look, we had a small label, so I gave him my blessing. He signed a $5 million deal with L.A. Reid, and the rest is history.
Okay,
So
and
that was
Chanel
the
says
first.
hello.
That was the first artist off the
Yeah.
label, right? That was the first guy. The next guy up, Young Musa. We got him some indie deals, two indie deals, one on Sony, one on Rock Nation. He's streaming well. He's done songs with Corey. He's done songs with Kurt Cobain's. He's doing very well. Doing very well. So one of the things that I really wanted to reinforce is that branding and working with whether I work with artists or whether I work with entrepreneurs or CEOs of corporations, branding is something that I'm really dedicated to, and I
Right.
feel that we at the company, we're very good at it. So we can take you, and we can bill you, as they say, we can blow you up.
Yeah. I like that. I like the sound of that, man.
Yeah.
And obviously that's talking to some audience out there. Chanel says hello to you. Just
Oh,
want to
that's
acknowledge
what's
that
up.
once again.
Hey,
Yeah.
how
So
you doing, Chanel?
yeah, she might be hollering at you like after this.
All
So
right, cool.
yeah,
I think the links
yeah,
are all
yeah.
you have the links, and
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna we
go
gonna be putting
from
that in the episode descriptions of the playback. So
okay, cool.
yeah, and
I
we'll
look
make
forward to
sure.
reaching out to everybody. I
Yeah.
will respond and get back with them
Mhm.
all.
Yeah, we got a couple of people. We got a couple of people that's watching live, and there's gonna be tons of people that's gonna be playing this back because, like I said, this been a topic that's everybody's been like bugging me about. So,
Yeah.
because they know I'm passionate about it, and so like
Yeah.
just to bring on an expert, that's been like in the game, this landed in my lap, like so this is God
Yeah.
sent today,
Hey,
this real God sent today, and it's like it feels a
what's
blessing.
funny is that I've been kind of like behind the shadows for many years,
Yeah,
working in the industry, and working and doing what I do. You don't really, yeah, I like to think like, did you ever see like Suge Knight back in the day, and when he was criticizing Puff, like
yeah,
he was
yeah. I
saying,
remember that
you
one.
can't be all up
Yeah,
in the videos and all, so I mean, I kind of believe that, so I kind
yeah,
of stayed back in the shadows of stuff, and I let these guys do their thing. I let the artists and the other people let them
yeah.
shine, let the work speak for me. So I kind of like take my accolades every now and then, but I like to stay in the back and let them work.
Yeah, and I think we got to get away from that.
Right,
It's one thing to be humble, but like how else can you be discovered? If you
right.
what if you continue to hide what the talent and the skills
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, it's a
experience
different it's a different
yeah,
day. It's a different
yeah, it's a
day,
different
and
day,
and it's a with social media now, you're so much in front, right?
right.
So it's kind of like become the norm to be in front of the camera.
Yeah. Gives me another question, man. It's so much competition out there.
Mhm.
I mean, but Ed, do you feel like with the algorithms now, like how is there a way to be able to work with those algorithms so that they so that they help you, or can you continue to still develop your original content and say, okay, maybe the algorithms will catch on as like
Mhm.
my my like my loyal audience
Right.
is supporting me.
Oh, well, that's a good question. And what we do is we'll sit down with you as an artist, as a entrepreneur, whatever, and we'll look at the numbers, and we'll look at where your users are. We look at where we think you need to be as far as utilizing the social media channels. And so maybe Facebook may not be exactly for your brand. That's one of the other things that we do. We design social media advertising. So let's say Instagram might be more kind or might be more partial to your brand. So we'll utilize Instagram to increase your users and get your followers up and to get your engagement going. All of that different stuff. So it depends. It actually depends on the business and what it is that you want to, what kind of message you want to put out there. You might have a business, you might have an e-commerce business, right? You might be selling on Amazon. You might be someone like that. So maybe Instagram may or may not work for you. Maybe Pinterest may or may not work for you. So we kind of have to look at, because not every social media is, conducive for everyone. So, it takes a little breakdown, and it takes a little consultation and analytics to kind of be able to look at that. And that's what we do. We look at it and we break it down for you guys. And, that's where I make my money right there, man, doing the work.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. That's why I had to throw the question out there, man, because like I know that's the question that that's going that's the question I get all the time, and and sometimes I know I try to answer the best way I can, and
yes.
and I just answer it from from like what I experience out there, and and I probably would have answered it a similar way, but like I probably would have like threw in like something like, man, I would have said like just be toxic. if this platform is being toxic, be toxic.
Yeah, exactly.
But who wants to do that though? Who wants to dilute their brand? Who wants to dilute?
Right.
Dilute yourself. You don't.
Your brand is very important. Your brand is very important. I can't stress that enough. Your brand is so important to people, and what they see and what they think of you, and what they like I said, going back to the logo. Even the logo. That's we have creators that work on our team that just sit down and just design a logo, and with what it is that you're trying to sell, or what it is that what message you're trying to say. All of that is hugely important. That's why you have businesses, corporations like McDonald's, Starbucks, all these people that can generate this kind of money, right? Because they have put time and effort into crafting this message. So that's why McDonald's keeps people coming back, because they have really honed in on what makes, their message. And, you may not even like their hamburgers or their Big Macs or whatever it is that they sell, but they are so good at crafting that message, and they keep people, that's why they're on top, and they're just going to stay there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that consistency in the message, that consistency in the branding,
yes,
that's so important.
It's very important.
From the colors, from the look, from the feel of it, and the emotion that it drives into you. It becomes timeless. And
absolutely.
And I think that's why a lot of people are feeling that way. About some of these newer artists too, because some of the it's not so much the music, is what they're doing with the brands,
right.
And because like I think you can't put out you can't put out just about anything, if you got a strong brand behind it,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you brought up some of the artists. Look at some of the newer artists who are out there and doing what they do. Megan Thee Stallion, and some of the other. Now she's a very strong brand, and you like her music, you don't like her music, whatever. But you can't get away from the fact that she has an extremely strong and powerful brand, and she's reaching the target audience and beyond. So when you have somebody like that, they're really doing well. I look at some of the newer, like you said, some of the newer artists, Jack Harlow. You can talk about him and the success that he has had lately. There's a few more that that are out there. I mean, and then you have some, which is very, very odd to me. You'd have like some that really kind of, you hear about them, and then like you don't really hear about them anymore.
And that's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be the end of it. Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. It's like okay, that was good for the moment.
Right. Right. Yeah, this kid had a song about a year ago, Blackberry, Strawberry something. He used a sample, of I think it was My by Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot the name of the song, Strawberry something. I don't know. But
that's what I mean.
He was out for a minute, right? He was hot for a minute, and then we didn't see him anymore.
Right. Yeah, here, man. Yeah. So yeah, I know your time is precious, man. We got a few minutes here. So, if you can like put out anything, that you want to say to the audience that maybe we didn't cover here today, and maybe like a good golden nugget. I'd love to have you back, too.
Yeah, I would love to come back.
You can definitely come back.
I would love to do that.
We got another. I got another show. That fit. That's great. The Transfer You Live show. One of the top ranked shows. In the world. Definitely you have to talk to that audience too.
Absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah, we're gonna shop you around for a minute, man.
Definitely. Hey, like I said, man, I love helping people. I love helping brands, building brands, creating the brands. So if you have a business, if you're an artist, you're a singer, you're a rapper, you're a dancer, whatever it is that you do, you guys, like they say, like we say, get at me,
Yeah, there you go.
Call me up, hit me up. I'll be able to sit down. I'll talk to you guys one-on-one. We can make a campaign based on what it is that you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to get there. I love it, man. Music. We are putting right now. We're working on putting artists in commercials, and branding them in that way, because we know that a lot has changed with the music business, right? Streaming is very important. So, we're looking at new and creative ways to work with our artists. So, get at me. We could talk.
I'm about to get at you. So
yeah.
I'm multifaceted, man. And I got this going on. I got the music, and then I'm in film. So I'm gonna let you utilize me. So
hey, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
we definitely gonna talk.
Yeah, I got some work for you over here.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So we'll talk right after. Go ahead and tell us the websites or social medias or whatever you want to put out there.
Yes.
From your words, and we're definitely going to have it in the episode description. We're going to do a blog for you.
Yes.
That'll bring in the blog format too. People get the blog format of this episode and all that good stuff too.
Cool. Well, you guys, you can reach me at the company is Wright Communications. The website is www.wrightcommunicationsworldwide.com. We are also on Instagram at Wright Communications. We are also on Facebook as well, Wright Communications. So those are the main three ways. Of course, we have some phone numbers that you guys can text, you guys can call. The email for the company is Wright Communications Inc. inc@gmail.com. If you want to drop me an email, you can do that as well. We have my brother has the links for the link tree, which definitely going to, once you look at the link tree, it has the social media links, and also if we have some entertainers and rappers and singers that want to talk about the label, the Soul Gems Entertainment label. We have links for that on the link tree. I sent that to you, so you're going to put that up on the put that out there as well. So absolutely. Currently we're getting ready. We're working on a full-length documentary. We've been talking. I got people on my team. We're talking to several different people from BET and some other platforms. So the time is now. If you guys want to hit me up and you have some content, you want to hit me up with whatever it is that you have, make sure you kind of get that in a timely manner. All right.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Strike that iron while it's hot. You know? So
yeah.
that's
Get it while it's hot,
man.
bro.
Yeah, so you got to get in where you fit in.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. So, Al, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, brother.
You are highly appreciated. You are forever locked in now. And those who are listening, those who are part of the live stream, those who are going to watch the playback on all of the other video platforms and much more, make sure you get with Al. I know you're going to do it anyways because you've been asking for this for so long. So don't go back on your word. This is your opportunity. Go ahead, hit the link up. I got the link available for you. If you still having any trouble, just hit me directly. And I will, guide you right back to where you need to be guided to. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave us with a review if you're on Apple Podcasts or any other podcast that allows you to leave that review. And of course, we'd like to get back to you and let you know that we appreciate you much more.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you for having me, and I look forward to coming back soon.
Yeah, indeed. This is the Black Commentary Podcast Show with your host, Marcus Hart, sitting here with Al Wright. Until next time, many blessings, peace, and lots of love.
Peace.